Hi all, welcome to Workato Masterclass series. Today we are going to talk about Agent Studio in the Workato. Before we move into our today's agenda, let's have a quick recap on what we have studied in the previous session. We have talked about item potency and what is item potency, what is the importance of item potency in the design pattern, and how we can leverage this design patterns in the Workato recipe, right? If you have missed it, please go and check our previous video. I'll be providing a link in the description box, as well as you can click I button at the right top of our video. Okay, let's understand a little bit background on what is our topic is all about, right? So Agent Studio, right? We are leveraging agent help to get our requirements which we passed and get back the response, right? So here the agent is needs, right? It needs NLM and it needs an skill, it needs a knowledge, right? So with this, we can get help of agent. Instead of we achieving it, we can, it's a kind of a one-time setup, one-time recipe design which we have to do, and at the last it becomes an automation process which helps in getting the required response. Okay, let's understand this topic through an example. Okay, let's say you have a you need a content. Okay, let's understand through this Workato Go. Okay, let me give you example of which is already have generated. Okay, see here there are two parameters which I have to pass to the agent. Okay, so that is request type, that is video format, and I'm topic name I'm giving is an API developer in Workato for beginners. Okay, so here it gives me a title, a descriptions, it gives me tags, and also gives us some pro tips for this video. So this gives a baseline for a content creator to get the record information to be added in their topic or in the video content. So which helps not to think more on the adding descriptions and the tags, everything, which is helps in the tags already generated, which you have to just have to go and add it, right? So what we are doing in the background, okay, this is how it gives the response. So what we are doing in the background, right? So this is a content management, which is looks like this, and here a job description which I gave have to give say what is this all about. So I gave what is the my job, right? What is basically the agent job. So I'm telling that you are basically a YouTube content manager for who assists it's creating and managing content for idea for publications. So it's your goal is to streamline the content creation process and enhance the video visibility and provide insight into channel performance. Okay, so the high level. Okay, so but my thing is which I gave skill is, so if you observe, let's say this is a skill, right? So if you observe the skill, my skill it says when should this particular skill run. So run this skill whenever the user asks for help creating or managing YouTube content, including titles, description, thumbnails, scripts, tags, and content ideas, right? So this gives me a response back from the uh, a skill. If you carefully observe, it has skills, knowledge bases, which means it needs some memory to have what exactly it needs to read through or what I should know before I'm answering that particular topic. That way, it gives the relevant answer to that particular topic. The trigger is something which I'm using here. Chat with Genie is Workato Go. So I'm leveraging a Genie through an Workato Go interface, which gets the response back. Here, this Workato Go is accessing chat interface between the you or between the genie, like the between not between basically it basically gives the information uh to the background to the genie, that is skills, which is internally talking with a genie. That genie gets the answer from the recipe, you can say, right? So here genie is nothing but the genie is here. If you observe, if you go back to the genie, so AI genie. So this is my genie, right? This is what a genie I created. The content management is a genie, and I'm talking with that genie, right? So that's how the genie is all about. Okay, let me go back to the same thing here. So I'm leveraging a genie's chat interface, like the through the Workato Go, it talks the genie and gets the answer back from genie. Genie in turn talk with the recipe, like the skill, which level the skill of its which I created, which we created in the interface, like in the Workato. Through that, it gives an answer, and genie, like the whatever the recipe, because the skill gives back the answer to back to the chat interface. Okay, so we can leverage uh, MCP as well. I'll just show you how we can leverage that. You can try it out and let us know. Okay, how did you use MCP in this case, and how did you got a response back? Okay, with that. So here the MCP leverage, right, to the on the agent, right? How can you use that, right? So you have a not using an agent, basically you're using a skills. It just acts as a tool for which it acts as a the it MCP sits between your LLM and your SaaS products, which MCP when LLM when your user put an interface on the cloud or a chat GPT or any other um, a chat against chat interface, you can say, like that's a you can say like leverage of LLM. The LLM talks to MCP instead of it talks to SaaS products. So MCP gets the input and it knows where to divert or put that into uh, uh, to ask the question to the right skills or tool to get an answer, right? So I'll leave it to you for now. I'll show that similar whatever I have used in the skills here. I've used the same skills. I'll tag to the MCP server, and through that MCP server skills MCP server, I will use that skills as my tool to get an answer. Okay, so that you'll not be exposing, or in this case also you're not exposing any of your the background picture of what is happening in the background. Like you'll not be knowing that what is the recipe name, everything, right? You're talking through the agent, even though the MCP something is like gives the extra layer of security, right? So we are leveraging that MCP server URL to integrate to the chat interface of any of your uh, favorite uh, LLM, like you can say ChatGPT, Cloud, anything. It's a Cloud is nothing but it's a ChatGPT is nothing. Chat is not at all an LLM. It has used its LLM models, right? You're using ChatGPT as your interface. You can say like application as an application. You're leveraging that ChatGPT as an application, which you talk to the LLM models. You are using a you can have a leverage. You can have a preference to use or different LLM models to your different to your preferences, okay, and get the response back. Suppose that what happens, right, when I do this, it gets added to the content. See, if you observe here, it gives me all the so far I've added, asked for the agent that give me this particular thing. It went back and skills and get me the all those informations. So agent here acts as it's an AI agent basically. So right. So the MCP is something is adding a on top of extra layer of security to your exposure to your the SaaS products or SaaS tool, you can say. Okay. So hope you have understood what is AI agent platform, right? So it contains of you can give the leveraging of those job descriptions you can give, and post that you can give a skills. You have to give a skills which you can create, and knowledge bases. You can create a trigger. You can create KPIs, everything. Okay. So when I suppose I want to edit it, you can always edit this. Okay. You can put a you can add trigger as well as, yes, you have an option as to do, we can do the uh, custom interface as well. Okay. So and also, if you observe, you can add the KPIs, like the key performance indicator, to assess your the genie how it performed. Okay, this is about you can add multiple skills. It's not like you can create only one of things. You can create multiple skills here, and also you can create multiple knowledge bases. Also, you can add multiple chat interfaces. Definitely with that to call the genie. Okay, so this is about genie and also its capacity of what can we do, what we can do with this genie, and to get the answer, right? So where it's having a security to like not to have exposure to the to your background backend systems, like backend any of the application get not exposed, right? You're just leveraging the chat interface to talk with your genie. Yeah, that's about genie agent genie. And as we said, so you can leverage MCP as well here to talk with your to talk with the SaaS application, like um, with your skills, you can say tool. The skill here for MCP will be access a tool, whereas in a Genie it access a skills. Okay, so try to understand that and try to do. If you Let's talk about this more on the next session on the MCP. And this, like I'll be doing a session 2 and using our same skills which we have talked about, like creating Google Sheet entry on our content management. Okay. Um, with this, I will stop my. I'll be ending this session. So, and as I say always, before I end my session, please keep learning, keep motivate yourself, not with about your knowledge, and always learn new things. If it's maybe like small thing or a bigger thing, it doesn't matter. In knowledge, there's no kind of small or bigger. If you learn few things in the today's world, can become a stepping stone towards your new learning or the next learning. With that quote, I'll be ending my session. Thank you so much.